Welcome to Catching Conversations with Danielle Scott. I am so excited, y'all, that my friend Maria Bass is here today. She is a phenomenal, such a list of things that I could say about this gorgeous woman. And yes, she's married, so don't text me, don't inbox me and ask me. She is taken off the market. But I am so happy she is here. She is a director, she is a producer, she shares a production company with her husband, and that's how we met. So I am so excited to have her here. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Good. How are you today?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for tuning in and coming in for Catching Conversations. You know, in this industry, we stay pretty busy.
We do.
So we got to catch each other when we can. That's why it's called Catching Conversations. So, I mean, it's just, I don't know where to begin. You are just a phenomenal woman, such an inspiration to the industry here in Atlanta, Georgia. And also one that is in the trenches for the community. Such admiration goes to you and all that you do. I know so much labor goes behind all the bigness that we may see when we show up at your events. But tell us, what do you want the audience to know about Maria Bass?
I'm Miss Bass of Bass Brothers Production. Bass Brothers started in 2003 by my husband, Jeff Bass. He started the company with work ethic and quality production in mind. He is a creative content writer, director. He does some producing, but mostly writing, directing. He has phenomenal stories to tell. Bass Brothers has a history of stage plays, feature films, and is currently dabbling into television series. We got a lot going on with Bass Brothers. With that, we just want our work to speak for itself.
Good. So do you have a team of people that work with you, or you kind of just get the help as needed?
We have a few solids that we can count on, but mostly right now we hire out when it comes to cast and crew so that we can do the equal opportunity employment as well as give other people opportunities.
Wow, that's awesome. And that's how we met. She and her husband was actually filming, and I saw something on social media to submit for your short film, and I did. And she picked me, y'all. Can you believe it? I was an extra. I was actually a policewoman, so that was fun to be on set. And let me tell y'all, she don't play. She gets you in and she gets you out. Okay, you don't stay there all day. She gets you in and gets you out. So that is so awesome. One thing that I really want our audience to, as we are in this industry, we talk a lot about emotional stress, mental stress, because you go through a lot. You go through the ups and downs, you go through the no's, and sometimes there's more no's than yeses.
Not sometimes.
That's true. A lot of times.
Mostly.
Yeah, let's change that to say a lot of times. So, I mean, you go through so much mentally, and just to have that support. I know you started when you were in high school. Wow, kudos to you. You've been in the industry a long time. So I know you've seen a lot. What could you give our audience, those that are just freshly starting or would like to and kind of have some, how do I begin? What kind of nuggets and jewels can you give to them to let them know? What made you start? What did you wish you had when you started?
There's so many things. I definitely would say educate yourself in the arts. On-set production is education. However, there's bones behind it, standards that you should know. With that, mentorship is good. I was blessed, even though I started at a young age in high school in theater. My husband actually mentored me in the film industry, so I learned a lot on hands-on on his films, and with Bass Brothers Production. Worked some as extra and things of that nature prior to, but most of my training has been under his mentorship. With that being said, that is how we started the philanthropic version of BBP Gym.
Okay.
That's our 501c3 nonprofit.
So yeah, that's what I was gonna say. She's big in the community, which is awesome, and that's something I have had the privilege of going and helping and supporting, and it's just phenomenal.
So we have the production company, but we also have the nonprofit, which our mission is to give, educate, mentor. We give back to communities through food drives, back to school giveaways, but our big thing is always Christmas.
Yes.
We don't just give away toys, but we create an experience that the young people, families, and community can remember for years to come.
Yeah.
Along with that is the education and mentoring part of our nonprofit, which is allowing youth to work hands-on under mentors in the industry. It gives them that education on a real set, but it does go back to know the terms, the basics, so that you can present yourself professionally when you are on set. But we do mentor youth in the arts who may or may not have that support. I know when I was younger, arts wasn't necessarily looked at as a real job.
Yeah, that's true.
So I didn't necessarily have the support in the arts, so I was very blessed to find my husband. It was a match made in heaven, to be able to find somebody who not only supported me, loved me, and mentored me in what I love to do. But then we turned around and took that and spread it out so that we could do it for others.
Good. And I love that you said, okay, the youth really need it and teenagers, and so you kind of get it, hands-on right at that crucial age.
Yes.
But when we come back, you all, we're going to talk about if you start at a late age, let's say 30s or 40s, what could we do to kind of gear that person into the right direction mentally and emotionally? We'll be right back with Mrs. Bass.
Hello, and welcome to Kim Mays State Farm Agency. I'm Kim Mays, the owner of Kim Mays State Farm Agency, located here in Stockbridge, Georgia. We're a local insurance agent providing auto, homeowners, life, and health insurance. Our value is that we provide personal customer service to our customers, taking the time to get to know them and making sure that we're providing the coverage that will best protect their family and their needs. If you would like to have a policy review or an appointment today, please give us a call at 770-282-6622, or you can find us online at www.coveredbykim.com. Thanks, and we look forward to hearing from you.
Welcome back. And before we left for commercial break, I was talking to Mrs. Bass about emotional and mental health, which is so important in this industry, is to make sure that you have that support. And her husband have started that charity work through BBP Gyms. And it also is a charity, it's a 501c3, and it provides that emotional and mental support for youth. But let's talk about if we're starting around my age. So I got into this industry 3 years ago in 2018, and it was something that I wanted to do because it's one of those bucket list things. Like, if I don't do it now, I don't want to leave here with no regrets. So let me empty out. But you've been in this a long time, as I said, high school, so that's a lot of years, and she's seen a lot.
Whoa, not that many years.
Well, she's just 25, but we still say a lot of years. That was high school. High school seems so far away. But what can you provide? Because you've been here and you've seen a lot, even traveling and maybe going possibly to other cities, other states, countries. What can you provide for the adult, such as myself? I didn't have any support, but what could you give to the audience if they're just starting like I did like 3 years ago?
It can be hard. Everyone needs support, but in the industry, it's sometimes a hard thing to find.
Yeah.
I have found that a lot of people don't want to share and don't want to be a part. But there are some out there, so you just have to first know that this is what you want to do.
Good.
You said it's on your bucket list. Some people do it just for that reason, and it's not truly in their heart to be that creative that they want to do. Know that that's for you, because if it's not for you, then it's probably not going to work out well. Know it's for you, and if you do, gotta direct you in the right place to find the people that you need to support you in what you're doing. Reach out into the community, into the industry, follow people, follow groups on Facebook, because social media, things like that is so important in the industry now. But find you a mentor.
Yeah.
Someone that's been doing it for a while. That would be my voice. Find a mentor.
Yeah, that's good. And I know, and that's so true what you said about the bucket list, because yes, it was something of my goal, but when I got into it, you know, and when you watch on TV, it looks so easy, and you be like, but when I actually got into it, I was like, oh, this is harder than I thought. You know, the mental part, the learning of the scripts, the changing from moods to emotions, from happy to sad to, I'm like, oh, this is harder than I thought. And you're so right about that, because even though it was something that I was like, hey, I want to do, I want to accomplish before I leave this earth, but when I got in it, I was like, oh, this is it. This is a passion for me, to be able to bring a character to life.
That's awesome.
So it changed from like, oh, this is a drive for me. Like, this is something that I really want to do. So sometimes that happens as well, something that you think, oh, well, let me just try it, let me get into it. It end up really turning to something greater and more meaningful.
Well, in this, you're only going to get out of it what you put into it. So if you have that drive and you get educated, and you said you took classes, and you're putting yourself out there, getting into what you can, where you can, so you make it what you want it to be.
Yes, and speaking of classes, because so many actors in this industry, and just in entertainment in general, whatever you want to do, whatever your niche is in the entertainment, a lot of people feel they don't need classes. What can you share with us about the importance?
You want to get me in trouble.
Because you've said a couple of times about educating yourself.
Right.
And I agree. I'm big on, you know, I remember when I first started, everybody was like, go get you an agent. Go. I was like, I'm taking this thing slow, because I want to know what I'm into. I want to learn the art. I don't want to just jump in it because, hey, it may be a natural talent or something. No, and I'm so glad that I was grounded, and that I didn't move on the emotionalism of people, but I moved on, okay, let me really get this. So classes, tell us about the importance of classes, because that's so true.
First, I would say there's a lot of people that say they're teaching classes. So you do have to be careful in who you choose to teach you and who you choose to mentor you. When taking classes, there's the basics, because you get on set, and if they say go do X, Y, Z, and you looking at them like, what does that mean, or what is that, or how do I do that, then as I'm a producer, time is money, and we don't have time for you to figure it out on the job. Right. Unfortunately, in this industry, it's fast moving. We have to keep going, and if I have to wait on you, not a good look. So with the education part, it's good. It doesn't always mean book learning. There are things, learning terms and things of that nature that might be considered book learning that you would know. There's the hands-on experience side of it. But there's balance with that as well. Being an extra on one set doesn't make you ready to be the lead on the next. Always.
That's good. That's good.
So there's levels to it. You figure it out along the way, but definitely choose who you get to educate you, who you get to mentor you, and then do some self-learning as well.
And that is so important, because I remember I took a class during COVID online, an acting class, and the guy was like, you can slate your name wrong. I'm like, you what? You can do what? He was like, you can actually slate your name wrong, and they'll know that you're green and send you on your way. So that's key, you know. And Mrs. Bassett said that a couple of times. Educate yourself. That's so true. Anything that you do.
It's true.
Educate yourself. Any goals, any dreams that you have that you would desire to pursue, is so important to educate yourself. But at this time, we're going to take a quick break, because yes, we got to pay some water bills, some bills here. But we'll be right back again with Mrs. Bass. I can't wait till we can all tune in to hear what she's going to say next.
Big Chick of McDonough is a family-owned business that has been serving the McDonough community for over 50 years plus. We believe in good food, good customer service, and good governance. Sandra Vincent, who is running for mayor of the city of McDonough on November 2nd, also believes in those principles. She believes in fairness, equity, inclusion, and representation for all of McDonough. McDonough needs a mayor that will support citizens, advocate for the needs of McDonough, and work to earn the respect of residents and small business owners of our city. Sandra Vincent has earned the respect and support of Big Chick of McDonough. We deserve a mayor who will fight for quality of life, fight for employee development, and fight for economic, entrepreneurial, and small business enhancement. If you would like to help us in our fight for change, Big Chick of McDonough will help you in your support efforts. Any meal that is purchased at our McDonough location will donate 10% of the proceeds for that week to the Sandra Vincent campaign effort. Visit BigChickMcDonough.com.
Your boy Chub Rock telling you about Golden Crust, one of my favorite places to eat. Come and try one of our 9 world-famous Jamaican patties. Baked fresh daily. Options include beef, chicken, veggie, shrimp, jerk chicken, cheesy beef, and more. All perfect with a nice warm cocoa bread, baby. Tender braised oxtail, a real Caribbean treat. The best jerk chicken in town. Brown stewed chicken, curry goat. The food nice. Famous hard-old bread and authentic Jamaican pastries. Golden Crust now has 10 stores across Georgia in College Park, McDonough, Kennesaw, Stone Mountain, Conyers, Lawrenceville, Morrow, Douglasville, Stonecrest, Snellville. Come taste the rhythm of the islands at your nearest Golden Crust. It's your boy Chub Rock. So you know that name, Chub? I know food, baby. I've been eating at Golden Crust for at least 20 years now, and I'm telling you, this is the place to go. 10 locations in Georgia. All my people here. You don't have to be Caribbean. Everybody, trust the crust.
Well, we just talked about educating yourself, and that is so important. But I want to get into the Bass Brother Productions. So what was the latest movie or film that, you said you're about to start a TV series, right?
We have a lot of projects.
Okay, so what was the last, let's go to the film. Okay, we'll talk about the TV series in a minute. What was the last film or the project that you and your husband worked on?
Well, to kind of just do a real quick rundown, we have Making Moves and Loving Success on Amazon that premiered on the UMC network. We have several projects in development. We're working on a holiday film right now that's going to actually tie in with the nonprofit next year. It's a film about hope after heartbreak, which we feel like the world needs. It talks about some really important issues as well as being set in the holiday season. The decor and fun times of ice skating and things that will be in the film will translate over to our community giveaway at the end of the year next year. So it's all going to tie together with the interns, and it's going to be one big great event. We have Anesthetic, which we shot the trailer for, which you were in.
I was in Anesthetic.
Yes. So,
and let me tell you, the movie premiere, I felt like I was already in Hollywood. I mean, they laid it out. I really did. I felt so special. I think I talked about that for a month. Yeah, I felt so special. So thank you again.
No problem. We truly try to showcase professionalism, ethics, a standard of classic. We want everyone to feel like the Hollywood actor or actress that they are. Not putting anyone on a real pedestal, because you don't know who you're working with or where they're going to be. But back to projects, we do have a TV series, Clips. A lot of the trailers can be found on our website. So we're always looking for investors, partners, sponsorships. We're equal opportunity employers, so we're always taking resumes for in front of and behind the camera.
And share the website with
Our
the audience.
website is www.bazbrothersproduction.com. It's B-A-Z, brothers with the S, production.com. A lot of our information is on there, as well as you can follow us on Facebook or IG, Baz Brothers. Bass Brothers Production. Anytime we have something going on, we'll be posting there.
Is that where someone interested in filming or being in one of your productions can go for casting? Okay.
Yes, you can go to the website and find the information there for what we have going on, our projects that we might be casting for, and whatever email or information that we would need would be on there.
And if somebody was interested in your charity work, just coming out to be a volunteer, how can they sign up for that?
If you go to the same website, up at the top, the tab that says BBP Gym or nonprofit, and then you can go there, read more about us, and see what we have going on.
Okay, because Christmas is coming up, and I was fortunate enough to help out last Christmas, and she did a whole big, beautiful theme. What do you call it? Winter Wonderland?
Well, last year's theme was a Christmas to Remember. We do a different theme each year,
Okay.
but we definitely try to set up that experience so that it's
And it was so much fun. And I had the privilege of doing getting everything prepared and then coming to see the final work. So it was a lot of fun. And where do you usually host that?
We spanned. Sometimes we do it in Henry County, sometimes in Spalding County. However, we have people come all the way from Cobb, and we've had people come out of state to come down to the Christmas events. So as we grow and get bigger, we don't limit it because we feel like community is anyone who needs.
Yeah. So what's next? What's next for that I can be in? No, I'm just playing. But what is next? What do you have? What is 2022 looking like for you? What is like that main thing? Like I gotta accomplish it. What's next for you?
Well, 2022, we definitely want to do the holiday film and then tie it into our Christmas giveaway. We are also, my husband is currently writing a horror film.
Oh wow, that's fun.
So we might be shooting that next year as well.
Okay, good. That's so exciting. And once again, just share with the audience how they can look you up on social media. That's a huge platform.
If you're looking for us, you can find us at www.bassbrothersproduction.com. If you go to Facebook or IG, look up Bass Brothers or Bass Bros, and you'll be able to find us.
Okay, any last minute jewels you just want to drop that's just you feel that is important for that person that's just starting in the industry? Or sometimes, we need our fire reignited. Sometimes that flame, that torch kind of burns out because we've been in it for so long. What's something a last jewel that you can just drop for the audience?
Do it, continue to do it for the love of the creativity in it. Don't just do it for the money. Don't just do it because it's on your bucket list. If it's something you truly want to do, keep pursuing it, because even though you're going to run into those no's and it's going to seem hopeless sometimes, and sometimes you're going to be ready to cry. Hopefully you have that mentor, someone that you can lean on to continue in this, but give it your best. Don't ever slack because of the no's or because of the negativity in the industry. Keep going.
That's good. So if you have children, if you are in the Atlanta, Georgia area or Georgia period, and you have a child that you feel has that gift, that creativity, that talent, but you also want to make sure that you mentor them right, please reach out to Miss Maria Bass, and she will be able to help you to give your child that development and that educational support. Remember, we talked about education. She gives back to the community, and she gorgeous, y'all. She should have been a model too. We're gonna add that in because it's not too late.
I used to model. I don't do that no more. Behind the camera now.
It's fine not to.
Well, the newest events and ventures also for 2022 is we are starting BBP Enterprises. Not only are we helping the community and the youth, but we're going to start assisting other small independent production companies. We are going to have trailers, buses, and other vehicles, props, and decor that they can rent through us to ensure that they have that same professionalism and Hollywood feel on an independent budget.
And that's so needed for independent films, is to have those props and those things that they need. So hey, if you start your own production company and you need some props and you need some, you said even a place, right, that they can go?
Not place yet.
Not yet, but that's soon to come.
Buses, cars, props.
Hey, I love it. She's like the full package. You gotta have one of these in your life. She's mine. So get your own. But everybody needs a good friend that is just can take you to the next level in your craft. Thank you so much, friend, for coming to have some catching conversations with me. I am your host, Danielle Scott, and I'll see you soon.
1010 Computers is your one-stop resolution for all your computer repair and IT needs. We offer an array of services in our local repair center, as well as on-site support at your home or small business. We also carry new and certified refurbished Apple and PC, desktop, and laptop computers. At 1010 Computers, your customer experience is our primary focus.
All my issues have been resolved quickly and thoroughly.
Call us today at 404-585-6253.
Fast and affordable repairs for all.